What's up? So far, so good. Hey, Amber. Hello, how you guys doing today? We're going to be here today for about an hour, 30 minutes to 2 hours, that frame. Happy either Thursday or Friday, depending on what part of the world you're in. Today, our Oracle deck, of course, will always be the Boxer's Oracle. But our tarot we're using is the One World Tarot. Something about this past week and going forward fills, and then even one card fell in here. We'll see what that is in a second. Something about unity. Yeah, Five of Swords in the reversal. So, for a lot of you here, it seems that the past month to 2 months of your life, you have really gone inwards and re-looked at trust issues. Now, your trust issues don't come from nowhere, okay? Like, it's formulated from trauma you've experienced in past friendships, love, life in general. Okay, but these survival techniques that you once needed for so long are now hindering. Or if they're not allowed to be lessened, will start hindering the next part of your timeline, the next part of your experiences. Because this next chapter, the one you're already in, the one you walked through after August 8th, okay, this is a time of trust. You're always going to have to use your discernment with outward people, okay? But like the ones that Spirit is making prominent in your life, that have made you have to go within and see that dark part of yourself that you maybe thought you had conquered, but actually was dormant, was hidden. See, it's not about putting our parasite, our fear, that part of us, however the word would resonate for you, in the cave, in the corner, and forgetting about it. It's actually going to only make it angrier, right? It's actually about being able to see that dark, shake hands with it, and almost make that demon or that parasite, devil, whatever it is for you that resonates with that energy, the word attached, go from this big creature down, 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 all the way to the child that's hurt, where all of that stems from. Okay? And you guys, from what I sense, are a lot of healers here who constantly are promoting for others to love themselves unconditionally, to give the slack to others that you give to yourself, to set the healthy boundaries, make sure people meet you halfway. But you're actually entering a part of your life where all of the people that Spirit's guiding you to have close, they really do match that energy. Nothing in life is perfect, but that's the other thing. If you're able to go through trials and tribulations with people, you know another level of comfort, you know another level of experience to trust that the littlest of a shake is not going to break the foundation. A lot of you are going to get readings from me today, verifying it's safe to trust that the next couple of months of your life, get ready for a lot of change. But this is very progressive change. And remember, during these types of times, our ego, that part of us that wants us to not experience pain, it registers anything new, anything it has never experienced before. It's just straight danger. This is a time where you've really been able to not be tested, but understand the difference between the vibration, the feeling, and the voice of your inner parasite versus your intuition, versus Spirit telling you to go forward with something. That parasite, the echo, is becoming less and less. So for a lot of you here, you're going to be having questions about taking a leap of faith, whether this is in career, love, personal self-development, and we'll go from there for all of your individual stories. Very interesting. Okay. So, the breakdown of the lives, guys, with me. You have three options. Number one is the completely free option. Basically, you would go ahead and during the chunks of time that I designate for free readings, you would comment your name, you would comment a yes, no question, and your zodiac sign. They are randomly picked depending on who my eyes align with, okay? And again, those are 30, 15-minute chunks of time where it's nothing but free people. The second option for how to get a reading with me is the super chatting feature, okay? So the super chatting feature on lives, I utilize it for an energy exchange. Basically, if you want no shadow of a doubt, your answer being given on this live, that is only guaranteed for super chatters and members, okay? So if you look at the description of the live, I made a breakdown, an energy exchange chart that's like basically for every $1 that you would like to gift, send, I will promise a certain amount of cards, minutes put towards your reading. It starts at $1 and up. So if you're interested in looking, again, just click on the description of the of this live. And lastly, but definitely not leastly, is the members. Being a member is where you have an exclusive subscription, if you will, a monthly subscription to individual creators. You get their exclusive access, benefits, etc. My members receive extra videos every single week, guided runes, guided angel numbers, guided animals, angels, and a vast amount more. But also during lives, they are able to ask more than one question. You're able to ask for general energy and yes, no questions. And yeah, so anything else for If you have anything else that you'd like to be refreshed, you can at any time check out the description of the live. We did leave off last live with 3 people, 3 of the super chatters, so we'll start with them, and then we'll go into about 30 minutes of free people, and then we'll just see what the vibe is from there, okay? But you can start going ahead and submitting the super chats at any time you'd like. I think I might change the music also. I'm trying to find new playlists. Well, I ain't really vibing with this one. Let's see how this one is. Because it's like all of this stuff, we'll say it's like copyright free, but then it ends up not being. Let's see what this is. Alright, let's try this one out. Alrighty. Number 1 was Black Star, and she was requesting a general guidance reading. Black Star, what do we have for you? Alright, so currently you feel like you're like, I'm tired of fighting for something that is not going to be given. There's a transfer. Okay, so this is regarding your money. You're like, why is it I'm working harder and I'm not making more, or things aren't turning around? So you have the right, Spirit wants me to say it this way. You have the right idea, but you've been taught by society the wrong concept of how to go about it. It's not about you have to work harder to receive more. You have to try your best and be happy and satisfied and feel love within yourself, and that actually promotes more. It's not about being like not trying at all. It's not about half-ass effort. It's about doing your best but not over crazy exerting yourself. Okay? So Spirit says there is a better way to utilize your time. You may try to do far too many things every single day. Like you expect too much on your plate. It's like you think about, you have like a gas tank for your car, okay? And in the gas tank is enough gas to get 400 miles. But you expect this machine, this car, to go 450 miles without needing to be filled up again. And it's impossible. No matter how much you would love for that going from 400 miles worth of gas to 450, it's not going to actually get there unless you stop, take a break, and refill up your tank. That analogy is your own energy, is your own source. So, right now, what they're really stating is take a step back. Take this time they've been giving you of more inner reflection to be migrated through, so that when the money and that flow starts up again, you can be focused. You won't be distracted. This has been a time of you being able to do more inner work. So don't give up. All right. It was actually only 2 people I left off with last time, it looks like. Just 2. So then, Chantel, you were wanting to know, will you and your mat end up together? Chantel. Something about this connection feels like it's made an explosion of your creative abilities. So he has gone inwards, and I do see that his actions towards you have felt kind of cold. Pulled back, almost like a punishment. That's how Spirit is saying your ego and your fear is wanting you to see this situation. I see somebody who, they're not giving their time to you because they don't feel like they can give their time to anybody. we can love a person. We can see their highest version of them, okay? And we don't have to abandon people, but we do have to remember, if they don't see it themselves, if they're not working on themselves, then there has to be healthy boundaries. This person, they don't expect you to reach out to them. They don't expect you to chase them, but they are hoping that you're willing to wait. That you won't necessarily move on before they're ready to give you what they can truly give you. But again, like, it's an inner dilemma, because they would understand if you do. And you can feel that pull with them. Okay? They're not being kind to you. But the way Spirit really wants you to look at this outward in, it definitely isn't great how that they're not talking to you. Okay? But they're not being... it's not the intensity of them being unkind to you. Go with me here. At this point, you two don't owe anything to each other. Okay? Every action, every choice to talk, to see each other, to message, that's a conscious choice to continue to give effort. Before you're with a person, that's like that dating, that courting time is where you see if your frequencies will match with that type of communication. Okay? So, right now, he has pulled back because he is not trying to be unkind to you, or it's not that he doesn't like you. He sees himself as a red flag. Literally. He sees himself as a red flag and is figuring out how to become one with himself again. Spirit guides you to let go of the timeline. Okay? Don't hold your life off for this person. But if they're meant to realign with you, if they're meant to be in your life as this romantic person, when Spirit guides them to reach out, you will be single. You will be in a position where it just makes sense, and you're a different level of secured within yourself as well. Okay? What I'm hearing is the biggest thing he's focusing on is his finances right now. He pulled himself away a lot from his ability to balance what I'm hearing is healthy habits with exerting himself in work. During this time of separation, you both have mirrored an energy of exhaustion. But going forward, send him the energy of forgiveness, not only of his miscommunication with you, but his miscommunication to himself. A lot of people, they'll get onto lives. I'm not trying to say anything, but this is what my experience of what I've seen. A lot of people go onto lives, and then there'll be readers that try to point all the way at the other person and get you hyped up and get you angry, and you're like blood boiled, and it's so ego-based, guys. So many problems in the world. I'm telling you, 80% of the problems in the world is because of miscommunication, misassumptions, paranoia, fear, and your own PTSD, your own experiences. And when we really just can cut out the bullshit of, oh, he said, she said, they did this, they did that, tally gaming things. That's the actual way we get to resolutions the fastest. Look, we have certain people in our life that are are labeled or diagnosed with being a narcissist or a psychopath or whatever. But those people, I'm telling you, it is so much less than the world exaggerates. There's such a difference between a person having moments of trauma create narcissistic tendencies versus somebody being a full-blown narcissist. There is such a difference. This life is not about he said, she said. It's not about pinning against each other. This life is about getting to our own inner demon. Everybody's demons are their own manifestations. So, if a lot of you here have been wondering or feeling like, why do I feel so conflicted? Why do I feel so angry, so sad, so scared when out? I can see I'm in a different timeline. I can see that I'm treated differently. both by others and the way I talk to myself. That's that time of literally your nervous system also readjusting to this new level of safety, this new timeline. Our souls, it's like our souls go past the speed of light, okay? But our bodies definitely don't. The body has to catch up. And that's what a lot of you have been going through. And a lot of you have been in this mindset of, I want to shed individuals who focus on the fake mundane problems, that focus on the negativity, that focus on harping the situation versus marinating, reflecting, and going forward. And this is your sign that individuals that make you feel that vibration, they are not supposed to be in your life. Even if it's one friend, even if it's a family member, like, do not ignore that. The right people in your life, you will be able to experience uncomfortable moments where it's so obvious everybody wants happiness, everybody wants to get to a resolution. You are not in a place in your life where you sacrifice your peace for people. It's not worth it to. Because people will say also things, guys, like, oh, if somebody brings you any negativity, if somebody leaves you on red, if somebody does this, if somebody does that, you instantly give up on them. They're not deserving. That is so black-white. Everything in life is situational. It depends on the person. It depends on the experiences you've had together. It depends on who they are showing up every day for themselves. And it depends on if you see that person is struggling with their own self-love to begin with. A lot of you here are having a realization of certain people you don't give up on, and a confirmation of what you let go. Give yourself the credit in time where your body, your nervous system is catching up to this timeline, to this realization, to this soul's existence. Give yourself rest, nurture, plenty of hydration, plenty of food. Because this next level of comfort is going to be so, go with me here, this next level of comfort in your timeline you are going to receive is going to be so comforting that it's like that feeling of like your shoulders being up forever, ever, years, and it goes down and it's like almost feels weak, but it's strong. And that cry, that feeling of, oh my God, I'm really safe. I don't have to worry as soon as I put my head down that everything goes wrong. That's the period you are in. Release the fear to believe that everything is too good to be true. Because you see the full circle. You don't see just what I call the shits and the rainbows. You see the struggles, you see the trials, you see the tribulations, you see the success, you see the fruition, you see the reward in a organic experience. So therefore, everything is happening for you. You're divinely guided, you're divinely safe, and it's time for all of the effort, all of the pain you've had to go through. Like, it's genuinely time for you to see the other side. All throughout life we'll have tower moments, but tower moments aren't destruction. Sometimes a tower moment is an amazing shift, okay? Like right now, you guys, for most of you in the past 2 months, went through some whoa tower moments. Like seeing exactly what was keeping you from your highest timeline, what self-tendencies had to be thrown away, what people, etc., habits, everything. Okay? Yeah, those are very intense tower moments. But another tower moment is when everything happens, where you see the success, where you see the fruition, when the manifestation of so many of your manifestations become flowing in all at one time. Picture like a dam or a river, okay? And then like a part of the dam opens up. And then there's just water rushing through. There's been all this pressure for so long, all these manifestations, building and building and building to where it pops and it comes through. That's how manifestation work really happens. Wow. You guys are very powerful. And something Spirit wants me to lead off into going back into the next person's reading. is here's a great example of a tower moment. Yin yang explanation. You can tell yourself when you could be falling into some fear, anxiety, paranoia. Tower moments, obviously, we would register something like breaking up with somebody as a tower moment. But you know what also is a tower moment? Getting engaged. You know what's also a tower moment? Going from being fiancés to husband and wife, wife and wife, etc. Those are tower moments too, because it just means a foundation of what something once was for so long, crumbling down to have a new, a strong base to build up on. So you go from being fiancés to married. Destruction sometimes, and a lot of times, happens purposefully to build anew. So Spirit's saying, just let the construction happen. Okay. So we'll go ahead now and just start formulating the first group of super chatters. But we're going to definitely do some free people before that. We go straight into it. All right, so currently we have, looks like 2 people that have entered themselves in. So number 1 tonight will be Jel B. Got you. And number 2 tonight will be Panthera. Again, guys, remember, if you would like to have your answer 1000% guaranteed tonight, you would like to put yourself on the super chat list. I do believe if you look down on your screen, there should be like a little icon, like a coin or a money symbol or something like that. When you click on it, that's how you super chat the person, okay? So now we're going to go into about 20 minutes of free people, okay? So let's see, it's currently... I'll just round it to 9:55 currently. So 10:15 Eastern time will be when we cut off the first group of super chatters and the first group of free people. Okay? Perfect. So free readings resuming. Please make sure you comment your name, a yes/no question, and your zodiac sign. And questions regarding legal matters, health, results, etc. are not eligible during lives, okay? All right, Red Ghost. What's up, Albert? Great to see you. All right, I feel like going into... Wait a second. I need to light that again. There we go. So I'm going to light this one too, because these ones are so hard to keep lit sometimes, especially right there. So we're going to also use my tarot incense. It's the Wheel of Fortune smell. It's a blend of dragon fruit, peach, and sandalwood. Sounds pretty good. I think I like this music mix. I'm going to save this one. Also, guys, I would like to let you know that I'm going to make an actual like community page post on, YouTube, Instagram, etc. But I have a new format I'm doing now for lives, okay? So instead of me having, before, guys, it was a certain amount of the week. It was like 3 days a week I would come on here. So now what I'm actually going to do is I don't have set days that I go on live. If I can get on that day, I just will. But it's always going to be at the same time, okay? So if I'm going to be on live that day, you will see me log in at either 8 or 9 p.m. Eastern time. If that night it gets to either 8 or 9 p.m. Eastern time and I did not log on, that means there's no live that night. But I could log in 7 days a week. I could log in 5. I could log in 4. It just depends on my workflow that week. Okay? And actually, as well, before the YouTube live, I'm using this format for both TikTok and YouTube. So, TikTok, if I'm going to go on that day, it's going to be at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. If you are somebody here who also watches me on TikTok, that means 3 hours every single day I will do lives, but I split it up between 1 on TikTok and 2 here on YouTube. So, every single day, if you don't see me log in at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on TikTok, that means no TikTok live that day. And to refresh again for here, if you don't see me log in by 9 p.m. Eastern Time that day, it means no YouTube live. I think that just works a lot better. Either 7 to 9, that's the time frame. If you see me log in, then we're doing live readings that day. If not, then we'll just see if the next day we're able to bring it in. And again, I'll make an actual post about it for y'all. Oh, thank you, Cherish. I really appreciate that. I need to get like a little torch. These ones are like, these are like these things will last like, I'm not even fucking with you, like 2 hours. 2 hours, 30 minutes with one of them. I got them while I was in the Bali retreat. Probably the best incense I've ever gotten. It's not even lit all the way. It's okay, a little bit longer, and then we'll just put it. Okay. Better than nothing. All right, Cherish, you're a Virgo. Has the guy you cared about noticed your energy shift? Okay. Has the guy you care about, who's a Cancer, noticed your energy shift? Yeah, he has. And this is a good thing. There's a difference between making somebody chase you and making somebody pursue you. There's a difference between wanting somebody to fear losing you versus understanding your worth. What you have done is put a boundary up. You've shown that there's been times, like humans do, he took advantage of your authenticity, of your kindness. And if we don't put somebody through a little bit of a period of just showing us, in a sense, that they're deserving of that part of us, if we try to skip that part and we just instantly, unconditionally giving, etc., it actually it kind of like backfires. When you show somebody you understand your own healthy boundaries, a different form of attraction comes in and comfort. Okay? I'm not at all blaming this, like, on you. But he has seen from you reclaiming your energy that he misses it. It means more to him than he realized. It's been a successful separation is what I'm hearing. And your separation, it's not like you've gone full, but it is a form of a separation. It's an emotional separation. I see this person wants to come in and actively not look back and say, yo, I get it. And what I see is also is now, during this time, you've kind of found a way to not overgive also. To take a lot of stress off yourself to view. And that also translates to the other person. The other person can feel if you're stressed, if you're expecting too much of yourself. So yeah, they've seen the shift, and it's in a positive light. Right. All right, and then that's right, Albert. Let's go into yours now. You're a Scorpio. You want to know will your sister get through what she's going through? Okay, so I do see it's been a pretty hard road for her. It does feel like there's some form of... Could there be some form of like an addiction issue here? Or it feels like there... maybe it's not even necessarily... It could be a substance, but it just feels like there's something within their energy where it's really hard for them to like see that they're self-sabotaging. And even though there's a reason for their pain, until they can let go, okay, until they can let go of whatever this habit, this mindset, this person, this thing is, their life force is not going to be able to increase. I do see that there's a silver lining. I do see Spirit showing that they are going to get to the next step, the new chapter, the new book. The only thing you can do during this time is send that unconditional love. It's not time against you, okay? But it may feel like them. They have to pick themselves. No matter if this is a substance, a mindset, a person, a place, they have to, no matter how much they want to do it for you, no matter how much they want to do it for, if they have a child, their family, whatever, if they really don't want it for themselves, they are not going to break the chain. I do see her doing it, but I do see them saying healthy boundaries are already set. When they come in, embrace them. Yeah. Remember, guys, yes, no questions, all right? I deeply would love to help you. It's just during the lives, we need yes, no questions for the free readings. All right, cat777. Your name's Christian. You're a cancel. You're a cancel. Interesting. A cancel. And your question is about staying in a relationship. We'll see if the cards are registering Spirit saying that this is a relationship that is to be canceled out. Okay? Would you stay in a relationship with Hugo? Would you? They're making everything instantly past tense with this connection. You've gone through this before. This isn't a first rodeo. Nobody said love is perfect. Feel like a butterfly, sting like a bee. He's becoming balanced with his masculine and feminine energy. I mean, it does look like Spirit's still showing, yeah, it's sweating time. It's been aggravating, but they still want you to invest into it. You got to cancel out the negative, the false lies. This is going to help you. I see now. They want me to recommend a book for you. It's called Don't Believe Everything You Think. Okay? In life, guys, both spirituality, both psychic abilities, both energy work and medicine, like westernized medicine, psychology, psychiatry, all that, it works together. It all has a purpose. It's not one works, one doesn't. They all have truths. And actually, any form of working with medication is alchemy work. So that could be medication meaning herbal. That could be medication meaning a pharmaceutical. Anything, it all stems from alchemy. It all stems from the same place of a transmutation. One substance to another to benefit life or hinder it, depending on the person's intentions. Here's the thing. This love, it's fuel for each other. There's been a time where he was there for you. And it's not a tally game. But you remember how love is a tango partner effect. Sometimes you're going to be holding the weight. Sometimes they're going to be holding the weight. Sometimes you're both gliding in the air together. Sometimes you're completely on beat, and sometimes you fall off. But you don't give up. Okay? The energy of this is different. You guys are in a hard moment. But if you look deep, deep down, what I'm hearing is you already know this person is even more than your lover. They're your best friend. And that right there, that's that key. That's that combo where you know you be resilient. You know you don't give up. Not only are they your lover, not only has there been some form of loyalty, okay, but you feel like they're your best friend. You could be your full self. But we all have that dark side, and he's got a pretty dark side. It doesn't feel like anything where they're giving me like alarm bells that like tell you to stay away, if you understand my drift with that. It feels like his own dark, like how he feels about himself and trust and trauma. They're telling you not to give up. If you guys set healthy boundaries, of course. But if you're just feeling very stressed and right now like you guys are going through a cycle repeat, there's a difference between a cycle repeat and then actually spirit putting you in situations that are similar to what you've experienced in other relationships to heal. A lot of people think that healing is just all by yourself, and it's like, of course a humongous part is, but a lot of it is by experiencing and being able to like counter-react things you've experienced with trauma in the past. So if you've experienced a relationship or relationships, etc., where you were constantly cheated on, lied to for years, etc., when you get into a healthy relationship, it's going to take constant daily repetition of seeing that person not doing the patterns you'd seen with people you had been with for maybe years or etc. The only thing against and for those situations is time. You have to see the repetition that they are being authentic, they are being genuine. And that is all that's against you right now is time. So continue to invest. And don't say that lightly either. See, a lot of you here, we have entered a time of no longer needing to shed. There's a different energy for different people. This type of answer, if it was for another love, if it was another type of individual, if it was somebody that was just your friend, it would have been a no. It would have been no, this is not worth it. This is to let go. Like how Bob Marley said, and I can't remember how to say it verbatim, but most of you here know the quote I'm about to say. Like, any love that's worth it is going to hurt you. Everybody you love is going to hurt you. It's about finding who it's worth to go through it for. Okay? And even though we're focusing on a lot of like releasing and thinking about these types of feelings and fear and etc., like that does not mean the overwhelmness of the relationship of things going forward is supposed to be focused on these deep energies. In fact, this is, you do it right in the beginning for a purge. Okay? Just as much as this stuff is being focused on, watch the shift for when it's the positive that's being focused on. When it's the safety, when it's the fun, when it's living in the moment, when it's being present, can only come from going through these hard riptides right now. But Spirit wants you to know, like, the straightforward action is forward. You stick to each other. Your roller coaster buddies, your soul ties. And he will enter the phase right now of giving you that all back. Yeah. All right, so we got, I'll add 5 more minutes since I took about 5 minutes to light those incense. 5 minutes, last call to get yourself on the super chatter list for tonight, okay? For tonight. This will be the only group of super chatters tonight. Anybody after the next 5 minutes will be promised the first answered on tomorrow's live stream, okay? All right. Mystic Mimi 333, you're an Aries sun and moon rising. Aries sun, moon, and rising. Is that what you're saying? Holy shit! Really? Sun, moon, rising. Wow. Am I going through any transformation right now? Are you going through any transformation right now? Yeah, okay, yeah. You have been in that Punisher. Like, your mental has been pushed in the past 2 months. I mean, there's been breakthroughs with this though. Look, before you hit the biggest breakthroughs of your life, those evolutions, those moments, there is a dark period because Spirit needs you to shed what will hold you back. You have gone through a part. You're part of that collective where it's like there was some part of your fear, your abandonment issues, your trust issues, etc., that you thought you had conquered that actually were dormant, that you just put in a corner for a long time because there was only so much your mental could process. There was other things that would be more important, and you were like, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna figure this out later. Okay, and now you've entered this next stage of safety in your life, where the finances and the physical safety is pretty set. So now you have the safety to do all of that mental, all of that inner child that had to be put back for a little bit. Okay, you are already in that new round. You've gone through the portal. Okay, you went through the portal on August 8th and you stopped walking. That doesn't mean that the journey stopped. Another gate didn't come up. You picture like this as a gate. It opened up. You walked through it, and you just stopped walking. You didn't go backwards. They didn't close off. They didn't build another gate in front of you. You just stopped walking to think. Now you're in the steps. You're moving. Okay? So yes, you absolutely have gone through humongous transformations. You're ready. You're ready for the next steps of your fruition. What's up, Brittany? Great to see you. You're an Aries, and you'd like to know, are you subconsciously blocking Jesse from coming towards you? Are you subconsciously blocking Jesse from coming towards you? To be quite frank, you're doing the exact opposite. You're making the frequency the biggest form of the biggest form of opening the doors for him to come in by his freedom of will. Okay? The reason your mind's feeling conflicted is because for so long you pushed yourself from like in a mental like survival mode. If I for 1 second think this isn't gonna happen, I'm sending him this frequency and I'm turning off the timeline of us being together. When in reality, when you're not afraid of thinking of something not happening, that, in the weirdest yin-yang way, it brings the power of it happening. It's like that. It's that fear being released, and like just knowing, yo, if this is meant to happen, nothing I will do will stop it. And if it's not meant to do, nothing I will do will make it happen. I just have to believe, yo, if we're done, we're done. Not in a way of, if we're done, we're done, like ego-based. Like, if this was the reason, if this was the purpose, that was it. But if it's not, come my way. like that type of energy. So you've actually entered the first round. You're walking. You're there. Okay? You're in the state where you don't need resilience. You don't need to fear if you are messing up. You actually should go full contact, like not reaching out to them. I mean, full contact with the way you're feeling. Like, you're in the prime of this free flow. Don't let the fear, because you're doing something different from a pattern you know for so long, register that as danger or like messing things up. It's very opposite. Actually, your parasite, that fear, the demon, the devil, whatever that word resonates for you, for that frequency of energy, it wants you to be scared. It wants you to be scared because it's actually scared. Because the things you're doing now give it no power. You're working only with your team. All right. So that concludes the first group of free people for tonight. And now I'm going to write down everybody that added themselves to the super chatter list. Okay? So we left off with number 3. Number 3 tonight is going to be Levi. All right. Number 4 is Stephanie. Number 5 is AC. Number 6 is Purple Rose. Awesome. All right, you guys are the guaranteed super chatters for tonight. Anybody else that super chats after this moment will be promised and guaranteed the first people answered on tomorrow's live stream that will start at either in between 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern time. Okay? All right, so let's go ahead and start these 6 people. Again, I'll read the number associated to your name. So listen up. Number 1, Jel B. Number 2, Panthera. Number 3, Levi. Number 4, Stephanie. Number 5, AC. And lastly, but definitely not leastly, number 6, Purple Rose. All right. Get a drink of G Fuel. All right. Let's go into tarot. All right, Jel B, let's give you that general reading, my friend. All right, so you are a very helping hand. You really love to give back to people, and a lot of people want to give back to you. Okay? You've already invested so much time and energy to be here for the people in your life, is what I'm hearing. Like, they need you to release so much expectations. You are afraid that if you stop giving, that means you stop receiving. And not in a way of like a selfishness, like you think you're only owed people in your life. Well, let's rephrase that. The way you used to believe and what your parasite wants you to think is the only way you're deserving of having people in your life do things for you, be there for you, spend time with you, is if you do something for them. Like, you have to do. Your existence is not enough, and that's so far from the truth. I don't think you understand how many people actually appreciate you. Truly, and I can understand why that trauma, like where it comes from, it's from your childhood, it's from your teenage years, but the world and what you have done for yourself and the people around you. Your high vibrational karma has caught up. You are so appreciated. There's a lot, what I'm hearing, of messages. So, and maybe it's even passing things that people have told you, text messages that you read but let go of, that really say how you're doing above and beyond, and you don't need to like skip the time of marinating and celebrating your success. You may be a person where it's like you had a big goal, you wanted to make a certain amount of money, you wanted a certain position in your job for so long, you got there, and then it's like as soon as you got it, you're just like, okay, next thing. You didn't even give yourself the chance to like celebrate what you did. And that grinder like type of mindset, okay, it's important to have it balanced with true simplicity, with true self, I guess the best way we put it is like true self-love, to not think you're going to self-disintegrate or you're going to push everything backwards because you take the time to just rest, because you take the time to just see where and how far you've came. That person within you, that workaholic, it's time, and it's interesting they want me to say it this way, but it's time to let them go. You know how to work hard. You've done enough. It's time for you to feel joy. Very interesting. You could feel pretty alone with love. And that's something that I see coming to play with you as well. It's something about with, it's even more than just finances or a home life. Like this is about like trusting in love too. Okay. Alright, number 2, Panthera. You're a Sagittarius, and you like to know, does Spirit see a new beginning for you in 𝗨𝗓𝗏? You've been in separation for a pretty long time now. Okay. Let's see. What does Spirit have for you too? Yeah, I mean, you guys got more to yourself. You got more time. You have more time to yourself, but this is coming together. Okay, this individual has been also battling, what I'm hearing is self-sabotage, meaning the masculine in this reading. You've been, it's interesting, you've been in inner flexion, so you've been able to watch yourself from afar. That's the way they're wanting me to say it for you. You, the feminine in this reading, have been watching yourself from afar. So seeing, maybe you've just reflected. You've reflected on past experiences. You're able to pull yourself out of situations and not act off impulsion and emotion. You really have something about clear, staying level-headed. There's a different level of self-trust. There's a different level of self-control you have during this point of separation, this emotional separation. And it looks like the masculine, there's a lot about releasing the need for distraction. Could have been some tendencies, could have been some people, mindset, places, but it looks like they were shedding and purging a lot of outer work as you, the yin yang, were doing the inner. This guy, he's entered a life now where Spirit says he is aligned and not only deserving of you, but deserving and will not mess up his own fruition, his biggest timeline. He is somebody that still is starting to understand spirituality from what I'm hearing as well. He definitely brushes off a lot, and there's still a long route of him trusting truly what it means to trust himself and be in touch with source, be in touch with spirituality. That part of the world, if it's labeled as like I'm hearing he may be a more religion-based person. He may be somebody that falls under the state more of being like a Catholic or etc. as well, is specifically what I'm hearing. But all that matters is using that source for the right reasons. Okay? We all grow up in different parts of the world, and during our life experiences, that's how we register what names, what stories, what experiences you went through specifically that make you in touch with Source, with God, with Allah, with that undying knowledge, however it looks for you. So that's why when we label religions as one's right, one's wrong, it doesn't make sense. Go with me here. If one religion is wrong, then all of them are. There's truth in every single one of them, but then there's human corruption in everything as well. And that's where Spirit helps us with that left path, right path. And like when we're following the GPS, the feelings, the emotions. And when we take care of our body, we can trust our body. Or we can trust the way our body's feeling. If you're not taking care of your body, and let's say you have a stomach ache or a headache, you can't say instantly, oh, it's something spiritual, something talking to me. If you don't take care of yourself, you could have a headache because you're not eating correctly, because you're not drinking correctly, because you could have something of trauma, because you're not getting yourself checked up. If you have a stomach ache, instead of it being something to do with like either the 𝗨𝗏𝗧𝗏 root, etc., depending on what exact part of your stomach or whatever it's in, it could be something that's an intestinal issue. It could be that you're eating food that's upsetting your stomach, and you therefore cannot trust the aches, the pains, unless you take care of that temple. And I see that during this time of separation between you two, he's been cleansing his temple. I do see something coming together. Okay? Just release the power to Spirit on the timeline. Right. All right, number 3, Levi. All right, looks like you were just wanting a general reading. Let's do that for you. General reading for Levi. So it's definitely a love reading. You're feeling very conflicted in love. Like there's something where you're like, is this a karmic connection? Is this something I just need to steer clear away from? What's the real inner weakness? Is it giving up? Is giving up the weakness? Or is not giving up the weakness? Interesting. If he doesn't give up, if he lets go. That's how they wanted me to say it too. Okay, there's a difference between giving up and letting go. Giving up is saying everything happened for no reason. I wasted my time. It was bullshit. It's ego. Okay, but letting go is knowing everything happened for a reason, even if it didn't end up happening the way you thought it would. Whatever you learned, all the emotions, all the feelings, all the people, all the experiences, it was destiny. It was a cause and effect to get you to your true manifestation, which is unconditional love, which is somebody that doesn't have a fixed face. It's your true divine. If this person is your divine, you let them go. You let them go, and if they're meant for you, they will find their way back to you. No matter if they find their way back to you or not, you have to be in the mindset of everything happened for a reason. And this chapter has come to an end. If they come back or not, you'll be a new relationship, 2 new people. But who you both once knew in that old chapter is done. If you do not let go, or if you give up, if that's the energy, if you just give up, it leads to not having the abundance together. It definitely leads to Spirit saying this is not for your timeline. But if you let go, and you give the ability for them to put the ball back in your court, to not make things even, but to balance energy, there needs to be more time. There's more bolts being tightened in this machine I see of your love. Before it can operate properly, before it can start taking on responsibility, it's not tight enough yet. Everything's put together, but now he's going around and he's tightening the screws to make sure that there's nothing that's loose. So this is something where they're telling you to let go, not give up. You're divinely protected in everything. Everything. They want me to say it this way as well. Everything is only in vain if you truly, truly, truly cement that into your thoughts. And I mean cement it. There's a difference between being a human and having moments of second questioning yourself, fear, paranoia, versus it's being a cemented truth. When you actively, I'm like, no, I know this is paranoia. No, I know this is fear. In this moment, I feel trapped in it, but I have to trust. I cannot stay cemented in this feeling. You won. Everything's happening for you, not to you. All right, now number 4, which is Stephanie. All right, okay. So Stephanie, thank you for you did the right amount of super chatting to ask a question. So thank you for that. But you did ask a question that's not eligible. Okay. Just to give you a little refresher, if you check the description of the live, if you scroll all the way down to it, I have listed what is not eligible during a live reading. That is asking to verify if you're going to get married to somebody. That is identifying anything to do with legal matters or health-related results. Okay? So I'm going to change your question to, is this a soul tie? Is Spirit showing that this is a potential divine, a potential marriage? But that's the word you need to focus on, okay? And this is the truth. I want you guys to have food for thought, okay? Don't ever believe what any reader just says. Hear it out and use your discernment. Go out in life. Receive more knowledge to trust your own discernment, okay? But if you go into a live, this is my universal truth. If you go into a live and the reader has no, they're just like, you're going to get married. You're divine counterparts. You're twin flames. It is not authentic. It is not authentic. It is not that type of question, that type of energy to have others around and filter things out. You know, every reader has their own way of reading. Every reader has their own way of connecting to their messages. But I'm telling you, a universal truth I've also experienced talking to other readers that I align with is what I'm saying. That it's just so, it's not caring about you. It's not caring about your mind. It's not caring about your peace. Those types of individuals are telling you what you want to hear, so you continue to give them money. So you continue to give them views. And it's unfortunate, and it's in a way it's obviously very unprofessional, but the only word I can truly say on the reader side is it's disgusting. I get a disgust from individuals who take advantage of this safety, of this space. But remember, those individuals, they are put in your life just like other people to help you. How are you going to know how to trust your discernment? How to know the difference between authenticity and a mimic, unless you experience the energy of mimics, of having to not be able to trust somebody, right? Like if everything just goes smooth in life, you'll never know how to use your discernment for those things. So in anything going forward in life, even more than the tarot and etc., just have food for thought with that in your mind and your heart. And I'm only doing this big explanation because I care about you. Because I care about you. So, Stephanie, is this person a soul tie? Is it on the road to being a divine union? So So Spirit's definitely saying this is something they want you to invest in. They're saying that there would be an unfinished story if you were to just separate from each other's life. You got a long journey, okay? Yeah, so there's definitely more investment Spirit's telling you will be put towards this. They say don't rush the timeline. Remember that something about he may have a little bit of arrogance. We all have our things. We all have our things we go through. So these trials and tribulations are worth it though. They do want you to feel joyful and positive about your future together, okay? All right, number 5, AC. All right, so AC, what's next for you in love? Is there any actionable steps? Okay, so thank you for super chatting. I did just notice after reading your question that what you did send, my friend, is in the category of a general reading. Okay, for specific questions, it is $10 and up, but anything underneath 10, even all the way to 99 cents, etc., is the general. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a love general pull, okay? What is AC's general love energy pull? Okay, so you may be being just a bit overzealous with something right now. They want you to be excited. You know, there really is something that's formulating, but you may not be hearing the person fully. Is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing you two have a conversation, and like you're filtering it, but they're asking you they're saying that they're interested, but if you continue to try to push, it's gonna make them feel like they're not interested anymore. This isn't a bad thing. They don't want you to like feel ripped away from the connection, okay? But there is something of maybe you're really trying to prove yourself. The person says, hey, I like you already, just want to take it slow. And you may be speaking up because you're afraid of, if I don't say this to them, they won't know that I care about them. If I don't say this, then maybe they won't want to be with me. In reality, paranoia is making you word vomit things. There's a time for everything you want to say to them. But right now, the energy transfer between you two is there definitely is still a flow, okay? But they want you to see this more as going from being in the ocean and riding the waves to a lazy river. When you're on one of those tubes and you're just gliding. That's the energy right now that will keep your energy flow going back and forth and not cause a stunt. Okay. Number 6, Purple Rose. Let's go ahead and give you a general reading, my friend. What do you need to know more than anything else right now, Purple Rose? I feel like you've really grown from, it's been, what I'm hearing is your friend group was cloudy for years. But in maybe like the past year or two, I see, for years you had a cloudy, I'm just seeing the time frame. It's been over 5 years since certain people have been in your life that you've released, okay? But in the past, like, 3 years, you really went inwards. Like, you reflected and became so okay with being in hermit mode that you're like, I actually just don't want to trust people anymore. I don't want friends. I don't want connections above a mundane thing. You got so comfortable being alone And we have to be comfortable in our own skin. We need that. But everything in life is a balance. Our souls are an ever living existence that's transferred. But we're humans right now, and humans are creatures of two things: creatures of habit and pack mentality animals. So we need our group. We need our team. We need our soldiers. We need our town. Right now in your life, you are allowing that town to grow. You're seeing that I can trust when it's a yes, when it's a no. You used to say yes to everybody entering your town, your group, putting on, I don't know why they want me to say it like this, but giving them weight of responsibility. I think it's more, okay, weight with responsibility in your life. Like when you allow certain people in your inner circle, their energy not only affects you, but it's an interesting thing, the autopilot. Instantly going into giving like they were your friends forever. Okay, so the way you would instantly give the shirt off your back for somebody that you realize, like, over and over again, I just see so many lessons where you're like, damn, I would have gone to the battlefield for this person, and they ended up just being a lesson. You're like somebody that you would have, like, jumped in front of a bullet for, ending up just being a lesson. I've seen over and over again multiple people like that. And Spirit wants you to know you're in the present energy where you got people that would take a bullet for you. You've jumped over that hill. I mean, they want you to let go fear of trust. That's the biggest message. You're so divinely protected. Your manifestation is a pie chart, not a tally game. And you have done years and years and years and years and years of self-work. Trust the security you have. I don't know why they keep wanting me to say that. Trust the security you have. Put your all into your people. Put your all into individuals that are putting their all into you. Survivor mode was needed for this portion of your life. But this next part of your existence is about light. You'll always have that sixth sense, okay? But you've also broken free of a karmic cycle within your own family as well. Like, there was a generational curse break with you. I'm going to have to keep it there because that's going to go into a whole different reading. But this is great, okay? I wouldn't be surprised if you have a reading show up on your For You page that goes more into that generational curse. Whether it's me or another reader that you trust. I just feel that there's going to be something, probably the next 2 days, that just organically pops up on your page that talks to you about that. Or, of course, if you would like to reach out to me to do a personal reading, go for it. But either way, you don't need it from me. It will come organically. Okay. All right, so that was it for the guaranteed super chatters for this stream. I'm going to go ahead now and start formulating that next group that will be the first people answered on tomorrow's live stream. Okay, tomorrow's live stream will start in between 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern time. If I go on. Remember that. I'm gonna refresh you guys. I no longer have set days that I go on. I'm in the mindset of if I can get on 7 days a week, I will. If I get on 6, 5, 4, 3, it depends on my workload that week. So, you guys are guaranteed. Remember when I say it this way, you're guaranteed to be the first answered on my next live stream. I plan at this moment to get on tomorrow between 8 and p.m. Eastern time. But if I have a live reading, if I have an in-person reading that goes a lot longer than expected, or whatever other stuff I have to do, that means that that reading, actually I won't be able to get on that time, but I'll get on the next day if I can. So I want to say it that way because even if when I say that you'll be the next answered, if I can get on tomorrow, that's great. That means it's tomorrow. But if it's not, it's whenever I get on the next live chats. And you'll get the notification. They're recorded. So you'll always know when that one is. And again, I will make I'll make a description of a short and sweet description of what I just stated to put in the description of the lives going forward. And I will make a announcement on my community tab and on my Instagram, etc., about that new flow. Okay. But again, right now, I do genuinely feel the energy of being able to get on again tomorrow. All right. You know what? Even if something else I'll start doing as well, I just came to my mind. If I can't get on, if it hits 9 p.m. and I'm not able to get on that day, then I'll, on my community YouTube tab, I'll post, hey guys, no live today. We'll see about tomorrow. That'll also be a good way so you guys are clear. There always will be a communication by 9 p.m. Eastern time every single night about if I'll get on live or not, okay? All right, so number one on next live stream will be Katie W. Right, you have a specific question, it looks like. Love and separation, general reading. Got you. We'll do about I'll do a 10-minute group as well of free people before we log off for tonight. After I write these names down. All right. Number 2 tomorrow will be Susan. All right. And you would like a general reading? I got you. All right. Number 3 on our next live stream will be Gus Newts. Got you. You would like love reading? Love reading. And if anything comes up for career organically, I'll add that as well. Love reading general. All right, and then number 4 on our next live stream will be Divinity. A general reading for you. All right, and now, guys, I'm gonna do 10 minutes of free people. 10 more minutes of free people. You're more than welcome to add yourself still to the Super Chatters list. I'll let it go all the way to the end of the live. So we'll be about 11 p.m. I'll just round it. It's 10:48 right now. I'll just round it up to 11. We'll be on. I will have an after stream tonight as well, guys. The after stream basically is where I go on Twitch and I play video games with y'all for the ones who would like to also do a hangout. The tarot, the YouTube are always tarot lives, but I go on Twitch to play video games and get to know the rest of get to know you guys in my community. If you're somebody that likes watching gameplays, even if you don't play video games, it's something great to have in the background if you're studying, doing laundry, cooking, anything. And also I do give away a free reading every single live stream. I'll talk more about that after we do this next 10 minutes of free people, okay? All right, so you can go ahead and resume putting your name, your zodiac, and a yes/no question, please. And thank you. It did. It stopped giving me... Alright, there we go. It stopped giving me the new chat on my phone. So I always got pulled up in 2 different places. Okay. Alright, Marie, you're a Leo. You asked Spirit last night to have Russ text you, and if I'm to be patient on that connection. I got a text. Is that a sign I was supposed to get? Okay. And actually, I want to switch over to the Boxer's Oracle now. All right. Was Russ texting her a sign for her to continue to be patient? Yes, so we have the float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. This represents masculine and feminine balance. You know, Spirit's watching him when nobody else can see. Things you can't see. Left path, right path choices he's doing. And what they're saying is he is making, it's not that he's making the right, like it's a right and a wrong choice. He's making high vibrational choices. He's making his freedom of will, seeing that things aren't yes, no. It's about what's good for me and others versus what is temptation, what is, and I mean temptation, negative thoughts, okay? I see somebody who is figuring out how to be feminine to themselves to begin with, which means nurture, compassion, sympathy. It has nothing to do with gender, okay? We all have feminine and masculine energy in us. Like we just stated about the feminine, the masculine is the willpower, the go-getter attitude, the self-composure, etc., okay? So it is a sign that there is still more to formulate between you two, and to just to stay patient with him. Bambi Witch general is anywhere between 99 cents to $9. If you give anything above $9, that is where you can ask specific questions, but you can simply start at 99 cents a dollar for a general reading. Okay. All right, Bambi Witch, I do see that you went ahead and did do that super chat. Thank you. But you did, there was not a general reading that you put in. The $1.99, and you put a question, that is going to be a general reading. So I can see it's a career-based question. I will make that a career general reading for you, okay? In the future, please remember, anything that is a specific question is $10 and up. Got you. Thank you. All right. All right, Pisces, Shmika. You're a Pisces, and you like to know, is your divine masculine awakening, and is he coming back? So he is awakening. He's in a shaky part, okay? But the future is still they want me to say it this way. The future is still unspoken, right? We have destiny, we have fate, but we have left path, right path choices. Too many left path, right path choices are still to be made to see if Spirit's going to align you back to full fruition. You know, there is an unfinished story. There's no doubt about that. But where that story goes, if that leads to full-term commitment or just ending a cycle, that's yet to be told. There is something that's going to come back, and then you just have peace with fate from there. All right, Dante, you are Leo, or your username's Dante. You're Leo, your name's Elizabeth, and you want to know, can you trust the one person that's offered to help you with your career and personal relationship goals? All right, does Spirit show that this person that's being some form of a support, a guide, a helper, authentic. Yeah, they're authentic. This is somebody that the small things make a big difference. Like there's something about how you can tell they never want you to leave a conversation feeling unheard, unseen. They may even spend a little bit extra time with you, but that little bit goes a long way. You're used to people that have maybe have like, it's like almost like a feeling of a timer. It's like as soon as a timer runs out, they're like, oh, bye. And that could be an actual timer or just like an energetic thing. You can feel people like switch, where it's like, oh, I got what I wanted, or that's all they get, and then like I don't care anymore. And that is its own form of mental fuckery. It is when you're giving your all to somebody and you feel like you're in this state of like, oh, we're listening, we're not looking at the clock. And then you figure out of nowhere, right when that timer, either if the real timer or the spiritual, like the energetic timer thing goes off, that, oh no, they were kind of like, they were faking it the whole time. Or you believe it. And then that puts you into a whole other mental cycle. Okay? What I'm seeing is the person who is being your helper, being a guide, a form of a mentor or whatever, you notice that they would rather continuously like go over time to make sure you feel secure and safe. And this is somebody that, what I'm hearing, the guide, the person that you're receiving this help from, they've done the work. There are a lot of, unfortunately, and this is like anything, any career, all right? But in both like the life coaches and spiritual healers and even therapists, psychiatrists, etc., everything, there are a lot of people that will put themselves and their 2 cents into things when they never even actually did the work. They're talking from their ass, if you will. And this person's not. Whoever this is strong. They have put the work in to be somebody where their word is not taken in vain. And what I hear is, if you saw within their mind how they thought about you and the potential, you would never doubt, again, that you can trust them, because this person, they are rooting for your success. Looking for another yes, no question. Honored to help you, Dante. Okay, Gus. I do see you asked a question, and then you did do your, okay, I see, that's dope. I see now. I see why they did that. Okay, so, Gus, I remember that you put yourself in the super chat, and I see you were asking a question. Spirit keeps aligning me to my eyes to you, so I know I have to, I'm not like half, but like I have, like I'm supposed to answer that question. In your super chat, you were asking for a general love reading with anything possibly for work. This is what we're doing. I'm going to answer your love question, and when I do your general reading, it's going to be all based off work. That's why you intuitively knew that to state something about both. So I'm going to answer your love question now, and then when we go into your reading that you did the super chat for on the next live stream, I'll make sure it's specifically work related, okay? And I'm going to notate that for myself. All right. Work priority. And of course, if any organic love comes in, I never stop the channel message what they need you to know, but that's going to be the main focus, is actually work on your general. Okay, so Gus, you would like to ask, as a Cancer, if the person you're starting to date now is going to turn into a meaningful relationship. Okay, so is this going to turn into a meaningful relationship for Gus? There's still a lot of things that need to be built. It's very... Okay, so what they're saying is absolutely more can formulate, but you need to make sure you don't go above and beyond. Sometimes we can, so bad as masculines, want to be the protector, the provider, that we start feeling like we're forcing ourselves to be somebody we're not. You want to be everything she's always had in her mind that she's destined for in love but didn't receive. And this doesn't come from like a savior complex place, but they just want you to kind of like look at that. Sometimes masculines who are the types who care so much about being what your person, your woman, etc. desires, will do things before it's the right time. It only matters if you open the doors. It only matters if you do the good morning text. It only matters if you send the songs. It only matters if you give the love and affection. If you're showing first, she can feel comfortable, safe. You respect your own boundaries. You respect her boundaries. And then that's when like that real romance, where it's like you feel like you're truly being her knight in shining armor, etc., comes into play. It can't start right off the bat. If you start with certain things, it feels fake. Even if it's authentic to you, it's rushed. And a lot of masculines, that's where they fall into nice guys finish last. Okay, because it's not that nice guys finish last. Men who understand the balance of their masculinity and femininity are the ones who push past spiritual barriers and limits of people pleasing. Nice guys finish last are men who have most of the time good intentions, but they don't know how to have boundaries. They don't know how to people please. They're doing things from not a state of confidence, and women can feel that. Like pierce, they can feel that when it's authentic, when it's not. So Spirit says, take it a step back. Let this be a lazy river. You're not on a big ocean together. There's really so much time for things to still formulate. Show her your confidence is authentic. Show her that you respect your own boundaries. You respect her boundaries. And go from there. But there is something here of resilience for sure. Okay. All right, let's see. Let's see if anybody else added themselves to the super chat list. All right, it does look like we had a few people. So let's go ahead and lead off with number 5. So we left off with Divinity. So number 5 is Bambi Witch. And I did see, I believe you went ahead and did another one. Let me look so I can just put those together. Let's see. Yes, I see. Perfect. This will be for your general, even if it's not tonight. Thank you. Okay, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, both of those can be considered 2 different questions with the energy exchange you gave. So we'll make Bambi Witch first. Your first one. Let's see. Notate that as a general for career. Okay, and I'm doing them as the order they're received, so I'll have you on the list 2 times. So just listen for both of your numbers. So that was number 5, and then now number 6 is Marie. Oh, a donation? Thank you, I appreciate that. That was a donation one. Okay, then that actually means you're 5 and 6, Bambi. So put that again as well. The career question I asked was supposed to be a yes. Okay, so this will be for your general, even if it's not tonight. The career question. I see. Okay, I'll put your question right here again. What was that question again? Are you gonna go forward on YouTube? Are you gonna go forward on YouTube? Are you gonna go forward on YouTube? That you and me. And then I'll just say, for your general, if it's organically career, then I'll just do 2 career-based things. But if it's like, if they show me love or inner self-guidance for your general, then I'll try to make it 2 different topics. We'll just see what Spirit shows me. Okay. Make sure that was it. Don't want to leave anybody off. Yep. Cool. Dope. All right. I'll go ahead and restate the number associated to the Super Chatter's name. So you can notate that for when we go on our next live. Our next live, the first person I will start meetings with is KDW. Second is Susan Yamashita. Number 3 is Gus Noose. Number 4 is Divinity. And then number 5 and 6 is Bambi. Perfect. Alrighty. So now, guys, I am going to take about like 45-minute hour break, but I am going to be going on a after stream on Twitch. So at nighttime, you can see me on Twitch streaming playing video games. Over on TikTok and the YouTube, that's live tarot. But at nighttime, actually on Twitch and on TikTok, I will play video games. If you're somebody that likes watching somebody play video games, like as background or just to even community chat, or you like playing video games yourself, it's a great community spot to get to know each other and chill. I love doing it with you guys. It's the other aspect of me. So if you're somebody that's here just for tarot, I completely understand it, 1000%. But if you're somebody that also would like that little extra community bonding, join us over on the Twitch. And I do give away 1 reading every single stream anyways. So if you didn't get a reading today, you still have a chance. What you can do, my Twitch is linked in my profile bio on YouTube. Just click on that profile bio. You'll see the follow me there. Following is 1000% free. You'll get the notification when I'm going live. Tonight we're going to play some Oblivion Remastered. I've been really into that game recently. And again, so I'll be over there in about 45 minutes to an hour. If I don't see you on the Twitch stream, and my Twitch name is UncleBronze Official. UncleBronze Official. If I don't see you guys on our gaming stream tonight, tomorrow I will be back on, or tomorrow, the time frame you could see me on will be 7. I'm sorry, I'm decompressing, so now it's like going back to like from being a channeler to just like talking normally. I'll stutter a lot during that part. Anyways, if I come on tomorrow, you will see me on here in between the time of 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern time. And on TikTok, I will be on at 7 p.m. Eastern time. 3 hours every single day, possibly to get free guided live readings. Alrighty, guys. And if you're interested in also purchasing the Oracle deck that we utilized today, this is mine. This is my first Oracle deck, one of many to come. And it's considered what I call a masculine tarot, a masculine oracle deck. Now, it has masculine and feminine energy within it, but something I've noticed is out of all of the beautiful decks I've seen, I can only really count on my hands the amount of masculine-based decks. Things are a lot more either neutral or feminine-based, so a mission I have with a lot of my decks going forward always is going to be them kind of being more based in masculine energy. If you're somebody that's been looking to find a balance in your craft, a balance in your tools with tarot, etc., oracle, I would highly recommend you check out this deck. It is currently in stock on my website, offprintmint.com, offprintmint.com, which is associated in my bio as well on YouTube. The deck comes with a velvet pouch, a card holder, a handwritten thank you note for supporting my small business. Sometimes it comes with some special little tokens and etc. as well. And I will always make sure to have your deck sent out within the same week of you purchasing. Alrighty guys, that's what I got for y'all today. I'll see you wherever I see you on the next live stream. Have a great rest of your day. Let's get it.